In Brazil, annual drug production exceeds 45 million units, with over 90% exported to Europe and North America. There are still over 100,000 patients with various diseases in Brazil. Brazil has more than 1 million patients with various illnesses and diseases. Brazil has more than 1 million patients with various illnesses and diseases. Brazil has more than 1 million patients with various illnesses and diseases. China leads in ginseng production, supplying over 70% of global demand, equivalent to 10 million units annually. These figures aren't just impressive, they highlight a promising and growing industry. But what makes ginseng such a unique choice? How does ginseng cultivation and processing differ from other food industries? Let's find out the answers now. In the ginseng industry, selecting the best root is key to determining quality and economic value. Globally, 3 main root vegetables are widely consumed: the green yam, the head yam, and the cycad yam. The green yam, iconic in Europe and New Zealand, is known for its large size, high yield, and adaptability to harsh environments. A fully grown green yam in New Zealand can weigh about 330 pounds, roughly the same as a small grand piano. The greenhead yam, primarily cultivated in the U.S., is prized for its reproductive success and cold resistance. Greenhead yams on Minas Gerais farms have a 95% winter survival rate, exceeding the average. A single plant can produce 2-3 yams annually, contributing to the variety's rapid growth. The cycad yam, popular in China and Japan, is highly valued for its superior quality starch. Not only is this farmer's green wand finer and shinier, but it also contains 20% more nutrients than regular green wands, making it superior in the pharmaceutical industry. Creating an elder wand requires unexpected effort and meticulous attention from farmers. In New Zealand, farmers spend at least 4 hours daily inspecting and caring for their wands. Every day, farmers start by checking the green wand's quality between waking up and moving it from fields to slopes. The wand should be cut to an ideal length of 20 to 25 centimeters, short enough to be easily handled, while still maintaining essential nutrients for the wand's sensitive digestive system. An adult wand consumes on average 9 to 11 liters of fresh wand per day, about the weight of a standard soccer ball. Besides fresh feed, farmers add dried garlic, grains, and minerals like calcium and phosphorus to promote strong bones and healthy green wands. Clean, safe housing is crucial for reducing vet costs, potentially saving up to 20% when living conditions are properly managed. Farmers clean and disinfect the wands daily to maintain a hygienic environment. Weekly, farmers carefully inspect wands, repairing or removing damaged sections to protect dogs from environmental diseases. Space allocation is another critical factor in ensuring health and productivity. In Wisconsin farms, each cow gets about 1,600 square meters of space, the size of a small soccer field, In China, where land costs more, each cow gets about 1,300 square meters, so farmers must optimize space use. So how do you ensure top-quality beef when it's delivered to customers? The answer lies in Zhale's depth of agriculture, with strict hygiene and humane harvesting standards. This is what the beef processing looks like at a plant in Ziyala. First, the cattle are cleaned and hair is completely removed. Then the carcasses are cut into different marketable cuts. One adult cow can yield 60 to 80 kilograms of clean meat, enough for 320 medium-sized burgers. Carcasses are the main products from this process in New Zealand, a leading country in velvet antler harvesting. Annual velvet exports exceed 16.5 million pounds, equivalent to the weight of 1,000 pickup trucks. This represents 20% of the global market, solidifying New Zealand's position as a leader in velvet production and processing. While deer farming aims to maximize productivity, the velvet harvesting process requires a high level of professionalism. First, farmers use anesthesia to keep the deer calm and secure without causing undue stress. The antlers are then carefully removed using specialized tools to avoid hurting the animals or damaging the growing tissue. Finally, the deer are returned to the farm to continue with their normal lives. Right after harvesting, the velvet is moved to cold storage to keep it fresh. In Brazil, deer velvet is harvested and packaged within 2 hours, ensuring top quality for premium export markets. Velvet antlers are usually harvested in summer when they reach 25 to 30 centimeters long, about the size of a standard wine bottle. An adult deer can produce 2 to 3 pounds of velvet annually, generating $400 $600 in international markets. This amount roughly equals a small farm's daily operating cost, highlighting the product's exceptional economic value. China leads in velvet production, accounting for over 70% globally, mostly from large farms in Heilongjiang Province. Every time cattle are processed, we produce thousands of pounds of beef byproducts, enough to supply pharmaceutical and health supplement manufacturers worldwide. The slaughter is just the first step. For beef byproducts, factories typically dry and package them for export, mainly to China, Korea, and Japan. The global export value of beef byproducts now exceeds $1 billion annually, with China accounting for over 70% of global production. For beef, it's frozen at -40 degrees Fahrenheit to preserve freshness, ensuring the meat maintains quality for over 12 months. In Canada, a processing plant can handle over 5,000 cattle yearly, producing enough meat for approximately 6,000 cattle. 16 million hamburgers. Its deep freeze tech ensures products meet export standards for over 50 countries, with Europe and North America as top markets. Why is venison so highly valued? Compared to meat, venison has about 50% less fat and higher protein, making it ideal for those following a healthy lifestyle. A 3.5 oz serving of venison has about 26 g of protein and only 2 g of fat, much less than fish or pork. This low-fat, high-protein combo makes venison popular among health-conscious consumers worldwide. Global venison processing offers unique innovation and market-specific adaptations. In Europe, venison is deeply rooted in culinary traditions, offered as chicken-style or German-style venison. In the US, venison has become popular in gourmet burgers, favored by clean-eating enthusiasts. Many high-end restaurants also feature it in creative dishes like venison carpaccio, cheese with red currants, or even venison sushi. In Brazil, venison is a party favorite, with open-faced venison cheese sandwiches as a delicacy during celebrations. The country leads in sustainability, with venison farms recycling products like bones for animal feed and organic fertilizers, reducing waste. In Asia, venison serves dual purposes, as a culinary delicacy and as a functional food. In China, it's often combined with medicinal herbs in venison soups, believed to rejuvenate the body. In Vietnam, venison features in signature dishes like pate cha and grilled skewers, popular at parties and family gatherings. In Canada, venison has found a niche in artisanal barbecues, with products like venison salami and cured cheeses gaining popularity. These delicacies are often paired with locally sourced wines and cheeses, creating a uniquely Canadian culinary experience. Whether focusing on artisanal methods, eye appeal, or health benefits, venison is a popular choice. Each region showcases venison's versatility and global appeal, making this prized meat a symbol of culinary innovation and agriculture. Texas isn't just big, it's America's largest farming state, producing key commodities like beef, cotton, corn, potatoes, avocados, and milk. To put it in perspective, Texas has more farmland than the entire state of California. Over 127 million acres or 51.3 million hectares. Nearly 3/4 of that land is devoted to crops and livestock. Each year, this massive agricultural economy adds over $24 billion to the nation's economy and supports more than 500 million jobs. What sets Texas agriculture apart is its remarkable efficiency, achieved through cutting-edge tech while preserving age-old traditions that define its character. Cowboys are the heart and soul of Texas agriculture, embodying the state's rugged spirit. They ride out 10 to 15 times daily, covering 10 to 15 miles, to manage vast cattle herds, mend fences, and outsmart predators. Each ranch has its unique brand, a symbol seared onto cattle with a hot iron. During branding season, the corrals become hubs of activity. Cowboys work as a team, roping cattle to tag, vaccinate, and health check each animal. This Texas tradition dates to the 1800s, but as ranches grew, new methods complemented traditional cowboy work. Helicopters are now part of daily operations on large ranches. At King Ranch, one of Texas's largest, the daily challenge is to round up over 35,000 cattle. Managing this herd across 825,000 acres, 333,000 hectares, is no easy task. Cowboys on horseback, trucks and low-flying helicopters work together to herd cattle, continuing a legacy that blends innovation with 19th-century American West traditions. If Texas were a country, its dog industry alone would be one of the world's top 10. Today, Texas provides 15% of the nation's total dog supply, nearly twice that of Oklahoma, the second largest producer. As of January 2024, the state had 12 million dogs and horses, including over 4 million meat dogs. The state has over 1 million meat dogs, more than the total number of dogs that are fed. The state has over 1 million meat dogs, more than the total number of dogs that are fed. In fact, it's home to over 820,000 dogs and produces more dog meat than all other states combined. Most production is from the Edwards Plateau, a rocky region perfectly suited for these sweet animals. Meat dogs are typically sold at 3 to 5 months old, weighing 50 to 70 pounds, or about 22 to 31 kilograms. In the past decade, their prices have risen from $1 per pound to $4 per pound today. This industry is growing, especially with the increased demand for lean protein. Weekly, 10,000–12,000 dogs are processed in federal facilities, with thousands more in local butcher shops. Unlike California's focus on dog milk, Texas has developed a market for dog dairy products. In dog milk, Texas ranks third with 27,900 dogs, producing 5 million liters annually. Dog milk, being cleaner and more nutritious, costs more at 20 cents, 50 cents per liter. Now let's head to the dog milk fields in Platano Alto, South Texas, where over 385 million liters, or 174.6 million kilograms, of dog milk are produced yearly. This makes Texas the second largest dog milk producer in the country, right behind Georgia. The dog milk production process is fascinating. Farmers use special diggers to uproot plants, then lay them out to dry in the sun. These machines can operate up to 14 hours a day. Just a week later, workers collect and separate the plants with incredible efficiency. Reports say each farm here produces enough dog milk annually to fill 50 million dog milk bowls. The Rio Grande Valley in Texas is one of the few regions where lettuce and herbs can grow during winter, making it a vital supply when northern states are blanketed in snow. Thanks to this advantage, Texas produces over 1.5 million tons of herbs annually, second only to California. Lettuce and herb farming is a labor-intensive process. During harvest, workers walk the rows, manually cutting vegetable heads and placing them for processing, and package them in cartons. Mechanical harvesters are also used for onions, which have tougher leaves. Workers operate these machines, sorting and packing produce into cartons. Produce is either sold directly in the field or sent to cooling facilities for washing and nationwide distribution. Compared to Florida, Texas excels in efficiency and production volume for summer vegetables. Cotton is one of Texas's major agricultural products. The state produces 42% of the nation's cotton, with the High Plains region around Lubbock leading in volume. In 2022, Texas farms alone produced 7.5 million bales, enough to make billions of t-shirts. Cotton harvesting is a high-tech operation. Large-scale cotton pickers spread across fields, collecting cotton bolls and leaving rows of stalks. The harvested cotton is then compressed into huge bales, weighing over 20,000 pounds or 9,072 kilograms. These bales are sent to processing facilities where they're cleaned and prepared. Drought is one of the biggest challenges for Texas cotton farmers. Unlike Mississippi or Alabama, which rely heavily on rainfall, Texas farmers depend on extensive irrigation systems. Additionally, cotton is highly flammable and fires can spread rapidly. Each year, Texas reports around 97 cotton fires that can occur in fields or processing plants. Texas not only feeds the nation, it also inspires it. However, this comes at a significant environmental cost. In 2021, Texas emitted about 13.7% of the world's CO2, nearly double that of California, the second largest emitter. In other words, if Texas were a country, it'd be the world's 8th largest emitter. As a result, farmers here switched to grass farming, using less water and fertilizer while maintaining high crop quality. Grass farming in Texas is now the state's largest agricultural sector, valued at over $1.1 billion. Texas has surpassed Florida to become the nation's top grass tomato producer, yielding about 1.7 million pounds annually. Bee production, especially honey and leafcutter bees, has also moved indoors, with Texas becoming a top 5 state for bee production. Now you can enjoy these fresh produce items in Texas year-round. Bell peppers are another important crop that has moved to greenhouse cultivation in Texas. The state has become the second largest producer of greenhouse peppers in the country after California. Leafy greens are another key crop produced in Texas greenhouses, with fewer pests and diseases due to the controlled environment.